Yo, welcome to another stream. Yeah, so last time we get until the summary, we learned about all this, and now it's time to implement it. So we will be starting with this Fibonacci number. So let's get started here. Let me just get into my repo and make a new project. Let me name it for Fibonacci. Yeah, C source main.rs. And yeah, I hope this stream is working fine. Let me know in chat. So yeah, just in case if you don't know what Fibonacci number is, then Fibonacci of 0 is 1, sorry, is 0. Fibonacci of 1 is going to be 1, and any next number like Fibonacci of n will be Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2. So that's the basic idea behind it. So we are going to do it using for loops. Yeah. Can you let me just check if stream is fine, and I hope it's fine. Yeah. So if there is some issue, let me know. So without wasting time, let me just first define so first let me have some strategy here. It will be like we store first number, we store second number, and then we just update those two variables, right? So we can say let first equal to first is going to be 0 as initially, let second equal to 1. So it's like initial setup for first and second, and then we will be using for loop. But first of all, let me take input from user. So for that we need the IO crate as per the book. So we will bring it in using standard IO. So what I will do is I will create an instance of standard input, and I will say to read line and let mutable n equal to 0. Let our n be 0 by default, and we will store it in n. Except fail to read input. Yeah, and once we read it, what we are going to do is like we are converting it to say I32, because we know it should be, or let me be precise, U32, because we want like it to be positive. At least we are considering it. And what it will be, we'll first trim our n and then parse it, and if there is any error we will say please enter number. Okay, so I think this should work fine, so let's just try it out till now. N is this. Why? Okay, method not found. Oh, so it was integer by default, but we need it to be string. So I will just make it string new. This should work now. Okay, again. Yeah, another spelling mistake. It's no exam, sir. Is my voice clear? Because I pressed some keys last time. Again, one. Yeah, lot of typos here. So if I supply 3, yeah, it's giving n is equal to 3. Okay, so far so good. We are getting n. Now we have to check if our n is 0, then we want to, I think I shall just make a function, right? Which it will be much easier if I make a function, or yeah, let's try making let's just for now do it here. If n is equal to 0, what we will do is we will print. Okay, so let me just declare, let mutable Fibonacci number will start from 0. Okay, so if n is equal to 0, our Fibonacci number is going to be 0. Else, let me just make it in this line only. Else if our n is 1, right? So what we want to do, if n is 1, we want our Fibonacci number to be equal to 1. And else, like for all other cases, that means it's greater than 0 and greater than 1, we want to do is like, for there was auto completion, right? Yeah, for I want the range, right, from 2 we want till n. No, n. Yeah, what we want to do in this range is like, we want to say like Fibonacci number is equal to our first plus second number, and once we add them, we are going to update the first number to be second number and the second number to be our Fibonacci number. So like, for if you want to calculate, I will run through this code once done, and then yeah, this should do it, I guess. Now let's try to print it. Print line Fibonacci for, here will be n, it's this, here will be n and Fibonacci. Now there might be a lot of mistakes, but yeah, we are just learning, so it's fine. Let me bring compiler up. Come on. Yeah, it's a macro. So oh, nice, we are fighting finally the borrow checker. So what? Okay, so I declared them as immutable, but we are mutating them. So let me just declare them as mutable variables. If I supply 3, Fibonacci for 3 is 2. Is it true? I don't know. Let's try for 0. It's 0. 1. It's 1. For 2, it's 1. Yeah. For 3, it's 2. 4 should be like 2 plus 1, 3. Yeah. And let me just verify it. Fibonacci numbers. Yeah, okay, you can see it's like 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 should be 13. So if I run it and give it 7, yeah, it's working fine. That means our code is successful. But there is one error, one possible error here. What happens if I supply a negative number? Yeah, it panics. Why it panic? Because here you can see we are passing it to U32, which is positive 32-bit integer, right? But it can't like convert that negative to this thing. So that's why it will give out an error. Please enter, we can see here positive number. Yeah, I don't want to purchase this. So yeah, that's all about Fibonacci numbers. And if you want this to be in a function, you can certainly do that if you want. For now, let's just see. If you want to see it in functions, let me know. I will do it in function. Another was this lyrics, which will be like basically the same thing using for loop, so nothing different. And converting these temperatures will be also like it's of same logic. So I think instead of spending time in that, can okay, let's just see what's the formula for it. What is the formula? Yeah, there is some mathematical formula to convert it, like subtract 32 and then multiply it by this 5 by 9. Yeah, this kind of like this mathematical formulas. But let's just continue with this. So what if you want a function, right? You want like function Fibonacci, which will take an integer. So let's say it takes an n, which is of type U32. And what it will return, it's also U32. So inside our function, we can just take this code here, paste it here. If n equal to 0, and yeah, you can see like we declared our Fibonacci number here, but it is not in the scope, so we have to declare it here actually in this function, so it will be in the same scope, right? So if we can just say return to explicitly return this 0, else return 1, and if that's not the case, iterate over it, and can actually, I think, make this declaration under this here. And we also want to declare this first and second here. Like we are only declaring them if n is greater than 1. And once this loop is finished, we can explicitly say that I just want that Fibonacci number. And notice I didn't put any semicolon here because it's going to be an expression. If the code reaches until this, it's going to return the Fibonacci number. And now, and let it be like this only, and let f equal to our Fibonacci of n. I think there will be some borrow checker issues. But yeah, let's try it out. We want to print f. Okay, so if I run it, if I say 2, yeah, you can see it's actually working. So I hope code is updated, right? I mean, I have saved it. 5. Fibonacci for 5 is 5, and I think that's certainly wrong. Or is it? Fibonacci numbers again. Yeah, it's 5 indeed. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5. So yeah, we got our function working. But you can see here is a warning. We are declaring this I variable, but we are not actually using it, right? It anywhere. This I. We are not actually using it. So we can just prefix it with like underscore here. And notice this equal to in the end of this. It means that last n is included. And now it should tell me without any warnings. So if I specify 10, it's going to be 55. That's it. We are done with our project. We made a function, we used our input parsing here, and we can probably use a match statement here, so like to better handle this error, right? Or make it in loop if we want. So but that's not the case here. And let me just see if formula for converting Celsius to whatever the spelling is, Fahrenheit. It's going to be like this formula here. So formula going to be this, like Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 by 9 is going to be that degree Celsius, and we can just multiply Celsius by 9 by 5 and add 32 to it, and we will be done. So logic will be the same, like we are taking something first, so F or C. So we want to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit, we will be asking, and then we will ask like temperature and use if else statement or match statements here to do this. So that's pretty much it. That's nice. If you have anything to ask or say, let me know in chat. And we can also use like Rust format source main.rs to format our code. Yeah. That's it for the stream. Rest will be the same, other things will be applying of same concept. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will end the stream now.